Hi, I'm Jeff, and this is
Harry,
and we're with the Burlington County Historical Society and
Children's History Center.
And we're in Jacksonville today. This used to be called Slabtown, and this was the site of two skirmishes in the American Revolution within 2 days of each other. Harry, what's the name of this bridge?
Petticoat Bridge.
Yes, Petticoat Bridge. This led to the Battle of Ironworks Hill, really. Ironworks Hill was in Mount Holly, but we're going to go there in a little bit. But right now, we're here where a British detachment of the 42nd Regiment, they were British under a Hessian colonel, Colonel Emil von Donop. He was a Count von Donop. And this Hessian colonel had the 42nd under him, but he also had a lot of his Hessians under him as well. And they were in Bordentown. Colonel Rahl was in Trenton, and Washington was in Bucks County, Pennsylvania, and he was contemplating crossing and attacking Trenton, it seems. But a lot of people didn't know that. The Hessians didn't really think that was going to happen till the spring. And so the Hessians had a few detachments, and since some of those British, the 42nd, was under Colonel von Donop, he put them here to guard this bridge. There were a lot of militia that were working for Washington in New Jersey, even though he was in Pennsylvania. And Colonel Griffin was a friend of his from Virginia, who he put in command of a number of New Jersey militia units. And they attacked on the 21st of December, the winter solstice. They attacked this bridge position and chased those 42nd Regiment British away. The Hessians under Count von Donop found out about it, came here, and a day later there was another bigger battle. And here we are by the marker that explains what happened in the second skirmish. Harry, why are you wearing that? What is that?
It's a Hessian miter cap.
It's a Hessian miter cap. Why are you wearing that?
Because there were Hessians in the second skirmish.
Ah, yes, there were. And they chased Colonel Griffin all the way to Mount Holly. Well, now we're on top of Ironworks Hill, where the makeshift fortress that was built by Colonel Griffin and his troops was, but today it's St. Andrew's Cemetery. And the Anglican Church here, St. Andrew's, was right in front of where we're speaking, and you have a good view that way. And Harry, you saw by looking over there, over the town, that there was a large light-colored steeple.
Yeah.
And that is the present St. Andrew's Church. It moved over to the middle of town. We are over Mount Holly. The Hessian troops were in Mount Holly. They were trying to assault the hill, and they were consolidating their forces. By that time it got dark. They stayed in town. The next day, Christmas Eve, December 24th, 1776, they were going to pretty much finish off Colonel Griffin and his men. But when they came to attack the next morning, what did they find on the top of this hill?
They found nothing.
They found nothing, because the colonel and his men slipped away during the night and got to the town of where?
Didn't they get to the town of Morristown?
Morristown. They got to Morristown. That's correct, Harry. And that was a diversion, really, by costing so much time for the Hessians, because those Hessians would have been in Bordentown at the time of the Battle of Trenton, which is the next day, but they stayed here a couple of days too long. Maybe, as the legend goes, because Colonel von Donop, the Hessian commander, was interested in a widow in town, the widow of a doctor who he found attractive. Maybe he stayed too long because of that. but he didn't find out about the Battle of Trenton happening till after it did, and by that time it was too late. So in a way, it may have saved the Battle of Trenton. So, Harry, wasn't there something about cannons I forgot to mention?
Yeah, there was a cannon door from the actual Mount Holly on the other side of the town, and then they were firing cannons all across the town. We, like as historians, think that most of the cannons, like most of the cannonballs, didn't really hit
Their intended targets.
Yeah.
Right, because they were firing cannons from here, Colonel Griffin, but also the Hessians. So that's how the battle ended up on the 23rd. And then, as I said, the next morning, well, they weren't even here anymore, and they had gotten to safety. So thank you very much, Harry. And this is another segment signing off of On the Road in Burlington County with the Burlington County Historical Society and